So this is my presentation on tort liability. So tort liability is the common law doctrine. It basically makes employers liable for the negligent acts of its employees, and it also holds employees liable, including teachers, if they are negligent towards students. So some examples of this, there was a case where a student was severely injured during a non-supervised time in a locker room. The teacher had gotten after the students, sent them into the locker room by themselves, and the student was knocked over and hit a bench and actually had to have surgeries because of this. So if this happened in my building, a teacher would be interviewed, parents would be contacted, and the school would be looking to see how they could support the student. Preventative measure for this would be that there should be policies in place on supervision of students, that they basically should always have supervision within the building. The professional ethics with this is that you should basically require all students to be supervised by a teacher or an adult when in the building or on school property. The next one was a student was forcibly removed from the classroom by a substitute teacher. When the student was attempted to be removed by grabbing their arm, they lost their balance, they fell into the blackboard, and they filed assault and battery charges. If this happened in my building, the teacher would be questioned on why they had to remove the child without another adult present. We always have to have a witness, and putting their hand or anyone's hands on a child is very, very rare in my building. A practice measure that would have prevented this would be to always have a witness within the building. And then the ethics is that you need to support others within the building, including as witnesses. The next one is that a third grader was actually hit across the street from the school. There were several things that were missing during this case, which included that there were no crossing guards, there were no dismissal procedures, and it was already known that parents were not following the rules as far as the rules of the road during this situation. If this happened in my building, we would have Fort Riley officials at the school immediately trying to determine what to change to prevent this from happening. Because we are in a military base, there is constant collaboration with them to make sure everything is safe. The professional ethics here is the supervision and safety of children. We constantly have to be supervising them, and that includes after school and making sure that they're getting home safely. This next one, a pit bull attacked a student across this on property across from the school at a park. If this happened in my building, again, Fort Riley would be involved. They would be questioning why there was an aggressive dog, how did it get on school property or in that area, and someone would have consequences for it. A preventative measure would be having a policy that basically laid out what was a safe school area. The ethics here is that you keep kids safe and you don't put them in situations where they could be put into danger, including a dangerous park or a known dangerous park. And this final one is that 5 students drowned during a leadership trip. They snuck out during the night. They took boats that were unattended and weren't tied up, and they got stuck in the currents. If this happened in my building, there would be a lot of questioning by the district. The field trip and the place field trip took place would be analyzed to see if is it even a safe place to take students. A preventative measure that could have been made is the supervisor sleeping in the same room or near the students to know if they were sneaking out, and then also checking the area that the field trip was in to make sure that it actually was safe. The professional ethics would be again, safety and supervision and making sure that you're taking students to a place that are safe and able to keep them safe during that time. Thank you for watching.